and gentlemen, this is a final day of the Derby City Classic. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. This is the Inside Pool Extreme Press Box. I'm Aaron Setley along with Rachel LeBink, and our special guest today is the winner of the 9-ball, Ralf Souquet. Ralf, good job on winning the 9-ball event.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome.
How did the finals go? Because that was kind of crazy with the last three. Everybody had a rebuy back in, and it got to the point where everybody actually had to rebuy.
Yeah. Well, I was the lucky one at the beginning when everybody had still a rebuy. I caught the draw and the buy, I mean, and so Schmidt had to play Bustamante, beat him, and then, strange or not, Bustamante, got the buy twice in a row.
Two
So he had plenty of time to rest and get himself ready for the final. I had to really play hard, play John Schmidt twice in a row. Both matches were really, really tight. The first one I won 7-6, the second one 7-5. So that took a lot of energy out of me. But luckily I made it, and I basically, with those two wins, I brought Bustamante into the finals, without him having to do anything, Then in the finals, me having the buyback option, and he already had his taken.
Yeah, from John Schmidt. John Schmidt beat him 7-5.
Yeah. It seemed like I was, the favorite, but on the other hand, I had two tough matches, so he had to, he had more time to, getting ready for it, to relax, maybe eat something. I had to go to the room and grab a few peanuts, in between. So
who would you say was the toughest opponent in the 9-ball for you?
That's a good question, actually. I had a really, really hard time against a guy, I think it's Dimitrios, I forgot his last name, to be honest. Right. I played him in the chapel. I was down 4-1, and I didn't really play well at all at the beginning, so I had to come back. But in general, all the matches are really, really tough.
Right.
I mean, Bustamante played almost perfect against me in the first final.
Right.
I was leading 2-0. Had a pretty good chance to go up 3-0, but had to go 3 or 4 rails position from the 2 to the 3, and I played it wrong, hooked myself, and from there on I never got any chance back to the table.
Right. Now you
just
played
kicked one ball.
You played the U.S. Open 9-ball champion Shane Van Boning, also the 10-ball world 10-ball champion, and you knocked him out. You knocked him out. First you beat him the first time, and then you beat him the second time. How did those matches go? I mean, were they close?
Well, I mean, result-wise, they went pretty easy with 7-3, 7-2. But
wow.
But obviously, Shane is one of the best players right now, and he's definitely, in my opinion, Player of the Year 2007, no doubt about that. And he had a tremendous year 2007, and
there's talk that he might be the best in the world. I mean, he beat Alex last night.
But he's no match for the Kaiser.
No.
Well, I mean, I've never seen him gambling, or I've only seen him playing in tournaments, and
seems to be good at both.
He's good at both. But still, race to 7 tournament play is different than playing in the back room for 8 hours or whatever.
How do you feel you played in your last 3 matches? I mean, it was down to crunch time in the 9-ball. Like you said, everybody was kind of undefeated, keep drawing and redrawing.
Both matches against John Schmidt, I didn't really play, or I played okay, but not really on top of my game. I was fighting a headache, and I still actually have a headache for the last 6 hours.
Sorry to hear that.
So it really took a lot of energy out of me. And first match against Bustamante, I played all right. I mean, I didn't get too many chances after I was up to 2-0.
Right.
Besides one kick shot, that was it. And then I, really, hold it all together for the last set, where I finally, got some rolls on a break, and but still had to come with some, quite hard shots to get it over the finish line.
How did you do in the one pocket tournament?
I finished in the top 17. tied for 10th, which is a very good result,
Sure.
for, from my point of view, because one pocket is definitely not my
Right.
my best game.
And you pick up an extra 2,000 for coming third in the all-round as well.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
That's-
jump from 20 to 3 to 2.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been in that situation
Many times.
2 years ago when I won the 9-ball. I also finished third in the all around.
Right.
But yeah, maybe one day I can play in all three disciplines. More steady.
Right.
This year I really played bad in the banks,
Right.
even though I thought I had a better chance in banks because I at least practiced a little bit banks
Right.
back home. But one pocket, nobody plays it in Germany or in Europe hardly.
Do they play bank pool either?
Not really, but at least bank pool I can just bank the balls around.
Easy to pick up.
One pocket, you need to have an opponent. You need to have somebody to play against that knows the game, that plays it well, so you don't make any goofy stuff.
Was there any chance of you playing in the straight pool? Did you manage to head back there at all? I know they got you playing back to back to back.
Well, I actually did play in a straight pool, and I only had 8 tries though because I didn't have time for the last 4 tries. But with a run of 92, I qualified into the top 8. I think I finished 7th. But the match against Fabio Petroni in the quarterfinals started at midnight, and I was totally exhausted already. I mean, I played 8 straight hours in
Wow.
one pocket before. I mean, I played one pocket, 9-ball, one pocket, 9-ball, one pocket.
Wow. What do you do to get your rest here in Louisville?
I didn't. I mean, I had no
didn't?
rest that day, except for the fire alarm that went off.
We got an hour break here.
So that was you that set off the fire alarm so you can catch a
not,
break.
Not really, because I actually wanted to eat something and stay in the room and maybe get a little rest. But therefore, I had to stand outside of the hotel for 1 hour,
Wow.
and that really took the rest of the energy out of me.
Right. What are your future upcoming plans as far as tournaments? Are you going back home or?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going back home in about 4 hours or so, or 5 hours.
Right.
And where is back home for you?
Germany.
What city in Germany?
Well, it's a very tiny little town called Manching,
Mansion.
which is a little north of Munich.
Did I also heard that maybe your family or some of your family was here with you for this tournament? Is that correct?
No,
No.
none of my family. I have pretty good friends here.
Some good friends.
Yeah.
That was it.
They became my friends 5 years ago, and because there's a couple that are here with their grandsons,
Okay.
and one of their grandsons seems to be, or I seem to be his big idol, his great idol, and he happened to be here 4 or 5 years ago, celebrating his birthday party at the pool area, and his grandpa invited me or asked me if I could, come out there, just sign an autograph and
I've been
and eat
asking
a
a lot.
piece of cake with him, and since then, we became friends.
Perfect.
Simona's cloth. Authentic, accurate, always.